Back-to-school spending expected to hit $41 billion this year, with expensive electronics driving up costs for parents. Personal finance expert Dan Roccato joining us live with some back-to-school savings. Thank you for being here with us.
What's up, Maria? How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling tense about back to school because those lists feel like they get longer every year. So how much should the average family expect to spend this year on back to school?
A lot. So it's not just, as you said, pencils and calculators anymore. It's these big ticket items. 41 billion is the total number. The average family, $890. But if you've got college kids, I got some bad news for you. How about almost $1,400 on average to get her back to the dorm? 55% of consumers, Maria, say they've already started or have completed their shopping. I want to know who these folks are, actually.
Right.
But here's the bottom line. It's a huge event on the retail calendar, and we're spending tons of money on it.
Okay, so we touched on this a bit, but technology really driving up some of that spending, right?
Laptops, tablets, you name it. It's, not just pens and pencils, furnishings, linens. Some of these dorm rooms, Maria, they look like something out of Architectural Digest, for crying out loud. Clothes, you know what shoes cost for kids. So all these things are adding up to make it a very expensive season.
I think a lot of parents want to make sure that their child has everything they need to succeed, but we got to save some money somehow. So what are some good ways to do that? And
that's the key. Number one, find out, review what you have from last year. Find out what's still in the closet. Don't buy again. You don't need to. Student discounts. Merchants across the board are offering student discounts if you've got the ID. Check out the dollar store, not just those big box stores, but you might save more by, going to the dollar store. If you're struggling, lots of families are here in Seattle and elsewhere, your school district, right? School districts are there to help. And if you need extra help, don't be shy about asking. And finally, you know me, Maria, I like using the best credit card for the most cash back. So make sure that when you're spending this year, mom and dad, you're getting cash back.
Absolutely. Way back when I was in college, I remember that if you bought your laptop through the school, you could save some money too. So, just a little tip out there. But what are some specific tips for college students?
I like what you just said. In fact, the laptop I'm using right now came from our campus store, right? Campus stores are not just there for books anymore. They're pretty much like department stores, for crying out loud. So check out your campus store. Ebooks. I use ebooks with my students in class rather than a traditional textbook to save them some money. But remember this, mom and dad, here's the most important thing I can tell you. After 4 kids through college, less is best. When I see parents pulling up with a U-Haul to move into the dorm, I know it's way too much stuff. They don't need 3 sets of sheets. Stick with 1 and encourage them to wash it every once in a while.
Sometimes it just needs to be said out loud, Dan. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Maria. Take care.
Absolutely.